Welcome in, Greg Ruff and Coach Karen Booker along with you, and talking about Trevecca basketball. This is one of those things where we kind of got used to this changing during COVID, but COVID's gone, and we're still changing and we're adjusting because of weather and whatnot. So
Mm,
we had the games canceled on Saturday, postponed until today, and we're playing a little bit
gotcha.
earlier. Talk about how you go through that with your team, adjusting to something like that.
It wasn't bad. In that they got a day off
Mm-hmm.
after the game Thursday, so they got some additional rest. They did a good job of adjusting, and for us, we just have so much to work on to keep getting better. So it wasn't necessarily a bad thing for
Mm-hmm.
from my standpoint.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like I said, they have been really good whenever adjustments have needed to be made. So I
Mm-hmm.
applaud them for that.
This is one of those situations where yes, you get rest, and this is
Mhm.
this is looking at both sides, right? You get rest, and I think that's good. But
Mhm.
also the thing that I look at for me as a non-coach, now you have 3 games in 6 days,
Yes, yes, yeah. That's what
so
I
you got
was.
the rest to get you there. But
Yes, yes. Kind of crunches us on the
yeah,
back
yeah,
end because they'll get another day off, so they get the mandatory day
yeah,
off for next week. But we gotta take it one game at a time,
yes.
and just looking at the upcoming game, um, we'll just be as ready as we can, and we just have to be ready to take things as they come,
Yeah.
and that's life for you. Sometimes there's surprises, whether it's the weather or just life in general, and you just have to be ready to
Yeah.
roll with it.
See, you're getting questions from a broadcaster in sports information. Doesn't have to worry about the in-game stuff. I just have to worry about broadcasting the games.
I hear you.
Uh, I think it's neat when you watch teams evolve over the course of a
Mhm.
season. So
Mhm.
I've asked you a couple of times, and I do this to everybody, right? As a broadcaster, what do you want to get better at? What do you? But sometimes I forget to ask, what do you like about your team?
I like just over this last game. One thing we really improved on is getting the shot off without being forced into shot clock violations or just slinging up
Mm-hmm.
a shot that we don't want. And so we're trying to, kind of make sure we can get on the court, get set in our offense quicker, and, at times we pass up open looks, and
Mm.
then later in the shot clock, we're not getting them. So that's one thing. Of course, the turnovers. We're trying to work on just handling the ball, just pass and catch better, the little things. So hopefully everybody will see improvement. This team has a good amount of talent, but we can't just spot the other team
Mm-hmm.
due to some of the mistakes that we're making on our own.
As an
So
observation, it seemed to me like you did improve in the turnover, turning the ball over, the unforced turnovers and
yes,
stuff like that, as far as passes and leading things like. I felt like you got, but there were some travelings that
yes,
that
yes.
added to it, and so you improved in some of that, and then that's something
Hmm.
to clean up too. But I thought, I mean, you've got, like you said, you've got some really good players out there, and
Yes.
there's a lot of positives. And so I know the record isn't what you want, but I want you and us to have an opportunity to talk about the good things that are happening too.
Yes, and it's a very young team. We basically have, only one or two seniors, and
Mm-hmm.
then everyone else should be back next year. So, we're going to keep learning and growing. But even for this year, we're starting typically three sophomores, and yeah, we just try to keep growing and growing. And I think, everybody's going to start to see. It's going to become more apparent.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, they do have talent.
yeah,
Hey, some things are coming together,
yeah.
and we just hope that translates into wins pretty soon. But
Uh,
but the team we played the other night, I mean, they were a really good
oh yeah,
team.
Delta State.
And then the team we have coming up, right now, I want to say they're fifth or sixth
Yeah,
in the
Mississippi College, the
standings.
Choctaws. Talk about them a little bit. What are we going to see tonight?
They have a ton of athleticism, and they play hard. Whether they're up or down, they tend to know how to stay in the game and make games winnable games. But we're gonna have our hands full with them for sure.
All right. That's Coach Karen Booker, Trevecca women's basketball, coming up next here on Flow College.